and welcome to another episode of D Rose Lifestyle Channel. And today we are making a dessert, one of my favorite desserts that was taught to me by a friend that was a foreign exchange student in high school. They're called Brigadeiros. They're a Brazilian dessert, and they got that name because it was named after a general who was a brigadier general, and he apparently was very attractive and got a lot of women, and the women would make him these little desserts because they were his favorite. Is that really where it came from? I don't know. Are these delicious? Yes. I do a few little tweaks from the original recipe that I learned, but trust me, it is very, very good. So let's get started, guys. Here I have everything laid out that we're going to need for this recipe, including all the utensils we're going to need, at least for the cooking portion. I have 3 tablespoons of butter there. Those are pre-weighed out because they're left over from my wedding, but you can just use the stick. You know, the measurements are right on there. Then we have our Hershey's cocoa powder. You can use whatever brand you want. That's just what I had around, and that is the original recipe where they mix the butter and the cocoa together. They don't add these. These are milk chocolate chips. I add these, and it makes them more of a fudge-like consistency and a little easier to mold when you're rolling them. After that, we're moving on to the sweetened condensed milk. This is just normal sweetened condensed milk. And then we have our toppings, which are going to be the sprinkles and the white chocolate chips. We'll melt the white chocolate chips and drizzle that right on top, and it is going to be so good. So I've added the 3 tablespoons of butter, and now it's time to add the sweetened condensed milk. I want those 2 to cook together so they can really caramelize and just mold together, so then they can be rollable when we get to that step. Pro tip, don't throw that can away. Use it to hold whatever your mixing utensil is so you make less of a mess. So we gotta let that simmer for a little bit, but before it simmers too long, we wanna get in the cocoa powder. So let's get to that. I have teaspoons and I have tablespoons and things like that, but I just use a spoon because it's very convenient and you can't have too much chocolate, so I'm going for it. Stir, 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 stir. That is the name of the game. You want to get out all the clumps that do happen when you add the dry cocoa powder. And I found out that I should have used a whisk, and I do switch to a whisk, as you will see. One thing that I forgot to tell you to add, and that is just a little pinch of salt. Now I know that they tell you to add it to a lot of desserts, but it really just brings the flavors together. Salt brings out flavor in whatever it's in, and you're not going to taste salt. You're just going to taste everything a little bit more intensely than if you didn't put salt in it. So this is the consistency we're looking at right now. Like I said before, I switched to a whisk just to make it a little smoother, and now it is time to add those chocolate chips. So as you see I'm doing here, I'm spraying my hands with Pam, and I forgot to take off my rings, which is not good. I should not get buttery spray all over my wedding ring. But moving on, I'm going to continue spraying, make sure that my hands are liberally covered because these do get sticky. Mine were pretty well molded though. I think putting them in the freezer helped them cool down. The next step is dipping them in the white chocolate. Now this chocolate is pretty thick because white chocolate is just usually a pretty thick consistency. So as you can see, I have to kind of fish it out, and instead of rolling the ball in sprinkles, I decided to sprinkle it on top just because I could feel the chocolate melting a little bit with the hot chocolate. So, you know, I didn't want the white chocolate to get messed up and then have the actual chocolate melt in the middle. So here is my final product for the Brigadeiros. I think they turned out pretty darn good. These white ones are definitely my favorite. They are just like a truffle and they taste darn delicious. Don't eat too many though, because these are very sweet and you will get a tummy ache. If you like this video, please press the button below. Also, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more cooking or fitness, craft. You know, this channel's all over the place. So there's a lot of videos. Comment a video you'd want me to do, particularly a cooking video. I really enjoy those. And of course, as always, keep on watching for more videos from me and have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.